Welcome to you. Welcome to this 27th day of the resurrection in progress, and also the final class of the, say, 8+4 steps to Christ vision. And that's the, say, second part of this. We actually do the meditation combined, and you're welcome to stay, of course. Because what is being shared is like totally, in that sense, totally useful. And so it's great that you're here, that you decided to join. I always say this, but it's really true. It's great to come together in one purpose, to recognize, like, yeah, this is really our goal. This is the purpose why we're here, and that is to remember our true identity. And by just letting that change occur to us, in which we go from, say, you man, now spiritual man, and that's very easily said. But on the other hand, it is like entering into a very natural place inside your consciousness, where there is stillness and where there is peace, and to have immediately an experience with that, we meditate. We stop for a moment to immediately sink into our stillness, and not respond and not react and not be concerned with anything. Completely dislodging for just a moment, say 20 minutes or so, from what you would call this world, with all the things that it seems to ask of you, but realizing that you can actually choose to dislodge gives you already a sense of freedom from it. And now we're actually taking it time to dive deeply into that stillness, because recognizing that we cannot solve our dream ourselves, you cannot solve it, you cannot think your way out of it. So the awakening always goes hand in hand with giving up, with release, with letting go, with it's not this, it's not this, it's not this. It's not a great idea that I had a moment ago. It's not, if I do this, then, no, that's not it either. So that's why we actually practice dying daily in our humanhood, just like Joel Goldsmith will tell us, but also just like we experienced our own experience of it. It will be the same. There's no other way to get out of it, and that doesn't always have to be as dramatic as it may sound in your ears. So it's a joyous occasion to leave this behind and actually come into what is real, and say disappear together for a moment in an holy instant of release. Well, that doesn't sound bad at all, does it? So spreading the joy of actually entering into that as a real possibility for you, and not tomorrow, not in 5 years, and not in 10 years, or not if you have finished whatever restriction you impose on yourself. No, it is actually available right now, in this instant. It is the best time. There will never be a better time to allow this to come to you. That's so beautiful and so great. So you will always end up in this space. So whether you surrender into that right now and release your self-identity, or wait another 10 years, it will still be the same place. Nothing is taken away from this changelessness. It will always be there, but it can never be found in space, in this world, or in all that we believe to be our world. So this is happening in you, and that's been said in the last couple of days in many beautiful ways. It's like amazing how this is being given to us, like that message is given to us in all kinds of ways by whether it's Joel, whether it's Mary Magdalene, or whoever you hear this from. It's like, no, the kingdom is within you. No, it's not something where you play a great worldly role in a great assignment where everyone will look up at you. None of that. Like, that is not the case whatsoever. No, this is a matter of you caving in on your own ideas about yourself, seeing that that wasn't loss at all, but it was your greatest, reawakening, the rebirth of you. And it's literally like suddenly I start to remember a song that I really forgot a long time ago. I knew parts of the melody and parts of it, and I know that it was taking place in a beautiful surrounding where I felt so loved. That was where that took place, and that is still here and didn't get lost at all. So I'm actually going already in a direction of something I love to read to you in a moment, as our, you can call it a guided meditation into beyond the body, beyond the stars, the forgotten song. Well, like I said, it doesn't say the text, it's just the title of what I'm going to read to you. So I would suggest to sit back and relax and allow yourself to release whatever comes up as a tension or as an emotion or as whatever flows through you. Release it. Don't anticipate or don't engage in it, but just let it go and allow yourself to center into the core of your being by just caving in on yourself, so to speak. So listen to this. Listen. Perhaps you catch an hint of an ancient state not quite forgotten. Dim perhaps, and yet not altogether unfamiliar, like a song whose name is long forgotten, and the circumstances in which you heard completely unremembered. Not the whole song has stayed with you, but just a little wisp of melody, attached not to a person or a place or anything particular. But you remember from just this little part how lovely was the song, and how wonderful the setting where you heard it, and how you loved those who were there and listened with you. The notes are nothing, yet you have kept them with you, not for themselves, but as a soft reminder of what would make you weep if you remembered how dear it was to you. You could remember, yet you are afraid, believing you would lose the world you learned since then. And yet you know that nothing in the world you learned is half so dear as this. Listen and see if you remember an ancient song you knew so long ago and held more dear than any melody you taught yourself to cherish since. Beyond the sun, beyond the body, beyond the sun and stars, past everything you see, and yet somehow familiar, is an arc of golden light that stretches as you look into a great and shining circle. And all the circle fills with light before your eyes. The edges of the circle disappear, and what is in it is no longer contained at all. The light expands and covers everything, extending to infinity, forever shining, and with no break or limit anywhere. Within it, everything is joined in perfect continuity. Nor is it possible to imagine that anything could be outside, for there is nowhere where this light is not. This is the vision of the Son of God, whom you know well. Here's the sight of him who knows his Father. Here's the memory of what you are. A part of this, with all of it within, and joined to all, as surely as all is joined in you. Accept the vision that can show you this and not the body. You know the ancient song and know it well. Nothing will ever be as dear to you as is this ancient hymn of the love the Son of God sings to his Father still. And now the blind can see. For that same song they sing in honor of their Creator gives praise to him as well. The blindness that they made will not withstand the memory of this song, and they will look upon the vision of the Son of God, remembering who he is they sing of. What is a miracle but remembering this? And who is there in whom this memory lies not? The light in one awakens it in all. And when you see it in your brother, you are remembering for every one. beyond the body, beyond the sun and stars, and past everything you see, and yet somehow familiar, is an arc of golden light that stretches as you look into a great and shining circle. And all the circle fills with light before your eyes, and the edges of the circle disappear, and what is in it is no longer contained at all. The light expands and covers everything, extending to infinity, forever shining, and with no break or limit anywhere. Within it, everything is joined in perfect continuity. Nor is it possible that anything could be outside, for there is nowhere that this light is not. This is the vision of the Son of God, whom you know well. Here is the sight of him who knows his Father. Here is the memory of what you are. A part of this, with all of it within, and joined to all, as surely as all is joined in you. Accept the vision that can show you this, and not the body. You know the ancient song, and you know it well. Nothing will ever be as dear to you as is this ancient hymn of love the Son of God sings to his Father still. And now the blind can see, for that same song they sing in honor of their Creator gives praise to them as well. The blindness that they made will not withstand the memory of this song, and they will look upon the vision of the Son of God, remembering who He is they sing of. What is a miracle but this remembering? And who is there in whom this memory lies not? The light in one awakens it in all. And when you see it in your brother, you are remembering for everyone.